welcome everyone. RDT 360. I'm Chris B here along with Rob K. How you doing, Rob?
I'm fantastic, Chris. Welcome, guys, to Real Dad Talk 360. We're going to get right into this show. We're going to talk about paternity leave. Chris, what's your thoughts?
Paternity leave.
Yes, paternity leave. What are your thoughts on it?
I haven't thought much about it because when Leah was born, my oldest daughter, I got a phone call, and my wife was like, "I'm going to labor." So I said, "Okay, I'm getting up." I told my boss, I said, "I gotta go." He said, "Okay." So I run to the hospital. Baby's born, this, that, and then I'm like, "Oh, do I have to go to work tomorrow?"
You got to go back to work.
When you sign a contract, you do your employment deal and stuff. We don't think about those.
No, they're not
things,
mentioned.
right?
A lot of times they're not mentioned.
It's not that it's not just mentioned. You're right, they're not mentioned. But then we don't normally think about, oh, when I have a baby, I got to make sure I make time to spend time with my child when the child's born.
Well, isn't that the most crucial time within the first 2, 3 months, 6 months?
Yeah, but I'm working, so I'm thinking I got to work, right?
Well, I mean, I think that's a little old school. That's old school mentality.
It is, but my boss was cool.
I definitely.
So he's like, you know what? Take your time. Take your time.
Take your time.
So what am I thinking?
You don't know. You don't know exactly.
How much time is take your time?
You don't
right?
know what take your time is.
So it could be, there's different companies out there, right, that offer different time periods, right?
Yeah, I remember with my firstborn, I got 3 months off. The company
3 months?
3 months. They gave me 12 weeks off.
Was this a part of your vacation pay? Or
no, just
because you had a child?
Just for paternity, they gave me 3 months,
Wow.
and for my son. But for my daughter, is different. I was with a different agency, and basically, I got 2 weeks, and that was it. So
is there, and this is all new to me. You sprung the subject on me. Is there a plan on trying to make it more conformed, where fathers out there can rely on having that time when the child's born?
It would be great that there is a program that is set by every company, but every company does it differently.
Correct.
Like I said, I was with one company, agency, I'm in advertising, so I was with one agency, they allowed it. The other one...
3 months and 2 weeks.
Yeah, 3 months, they gave me 3 months off, so I really got to know my child.
What's that article you told me about? You read?
Okay.
Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was, I saw a couple of places, but Alex Ohanian, he's founder of Reddit.
Right.
Definitely, he put himself out there. He said, listen, he's like, fathers deserve the 3 months, 12 weeks bonding time with their child. Because
he's pushing it.
Yeah, that's his thing. I really will back, because it's such a great movement that dads need to be at least there for the first couple of months, because it's very tough, not only for the mom just to be there by themselves, or whoever the mom may be, whatever the circumstance is, that you are there for the first 3 months, because the baby is, you want to bond with them.
Dads normally didn't have that time off.
Yes.
And the fact that, there's talk about fathers having time when the child's born, and when you have advocates like Alex, who's promoting it and gets behind it, I think it's a blessing. But let's go back to your experience and what you actually benefited from having that time when the child's born, where you can be a part of those first few weeks or a couple months, or so on and so forth. You said 3 months?
Yeah, I was in the front line, seeing our baby from 0 to 12 weeks, and from anything that came.
It's a lot of diapers.
That's a lot of diapers. That's a lot of whatever diaper changes you want to say. It was, for me, a growing experience. You got to know your baby, and that's something that is the most important time, crucial time to really...
How do you... crucial in what way?
This is once in a lifetime situation. When let's say you go
with that child.
Okay, so I'll give you an analogy.
Okay.
I'll give you an analogy, and this is something that I've taken with a real life analogy. Let's say your work, your agency, your business place sends you out to Hawaii, Maui, and they're like, hey, all expenses paid trip.
Canada.
You get, not Canada, but I'm saying Maui. But you go there, and all you're doing is just running from different meetings and different business, and you don't actually have time to enjoy Maui, Hawaii.
Okay.
But the difference is, how we compare
get it,
this,
I get
correlate is, we have a child, and we don't get to enjoy the
Being in
experience
Maui.
of dad. Changing the diapers, even though it gets messy, but it is what it is. These bath times, or these, what do you call it, tummy times? Tummy time? Whatever they call it. I'm as far away from this as possible because my kids are
Wait a
older.
minute. Yeah,
but
it's
tummy
tummy
time, these are important.
So
So
that's when they want to start like crawling. Yeah.
for dads, this
That's
is a
female
really
side.
important thing. And so, Alex, you're doing a great thing out there. We definitely love what you're doing,
buying
and we want to talk about this. We want to do another podcast episode talking about this on Real Dad Talk. And guys, go to realdadtalk.com. Tell us what your feedback is. Tell us what your experience is.